Okay, so I'm going to show you what the auto settings are just before we get started. So change it around slightly. So we're going to be mashing in at 65 degrees for an hour. Then we go to number 2. So that's a ramp. That's including our ramp time up for in the mash out. So it's a 10-minute mash out and it takes 6 minutes. Next one is S3, which is our ramp time for the boil. So last time I was doing this, it was about 34 minutes. So we'll see what if it's the same today. This has caught me out before in that. That's very distracting. That 6970 thing. But this has caught me out before, where it's just started into the actual boil time. And then this one is we're doing a 70-minute boil. And then here we go, S5. This is the final one. So this is the Whirlpool edition, the Flame Out edition. So I'm not sure whether I needed to build in a ramp time or a ramp down time for this, but I've just put it in as 30 minutes anyway. And then I hardly think it'll take any more than 5 minutes to get down to temperature. So yeah, that is the 5 stages of death. So yeah, let's get back to let's get mashed in actually. Okay, we're getting ready to mash in. I think we will have the Whirlpool arm going as we're mashing in. Okay, rookie mistake. Rookie like. I turned the pump on and it must have a load of crap in from last time. Normally I would do this and clean it out the last time I brewed, but whatever happened, I have forgot. So yeah, it's like bits of hops and bits of grain and stuff in it from the last time inside the pump. I think I actually got blocked the last time, didn't it? So yeah, because normally I would clean that stuff out, but for whatever reason I haven't this time, which is a pain in the arse. I'm not using the oat husks like I did the last time. I'm too lazy to go up the stairs and get them, so I'm just going to put some in the bottom here, and then we'll kind of under that the first bit. Yeah, this is pretty old, fairly old grain in this. The Munich and the Pilsner. I've been keeping the Pilsner and I want to use it a while ago, a couple of times, and then I thought no, I'll keep it because I'll be making like a lager with my own hops. Of course, never got around to it, forgot about it, kept putting it off. So yeah, efficiency might be down, I don't know. But that's why I've built up the quantities of grain. So it's something like 5.6 or 5.7% in the recipe, but if we get that I'll be surprised. Sounds like the wife's back. It's Mother's Day today. Are you supposed to get your wife a Mother's Day card? I don't know. I normally do, but I kind of forgot this year. But the kids have already like made their own Mother's Day cards. I'm thinking, she's not my mum. So yeah, it's probably going to be okay, don't worry. And if you watch this, my beautiful wife, sorry. Okay, that is creeping up there, look. Need to get the top screen on. Oh fuck, where is the top screen? Top screen's in the bottom. I've done it again. Yes, we've done it again. Okay, well, what are you gonna do? That's too late now. Okay. I thought that rubber band. Oh shit. I dropped it in. No! Seriously, man? Seriously? These things are sent to try my bloody patience. Sorry, I dropped the bung into the mash. Classic. Bloody classic. This is going well so far. Should have used them oat husks. Still filled with water. You know what, I could just say fuck it and let it mash, and then I'll get it after the sparge. The stock sparge that's coming up, you can guarantee it. Right, frig that down. Now there's the top screens in the bottom. I'm going to be using a bit of foil, a lot of like holes punched on it, old school. Okay, so the ramp time is set for 34, so you know, so hopefully by the time this is finished, that should be boiling, so yeah, who knows, let's come back down. Might as well show you what's going on. See, there's quite a lot of liquid in there on the top. I have to slow that down a little bit. Okay, hop drops. This is 20 grams of Hallertauer Hersbrucker. Now it's supposed to be a 70-minute boil, but what happened was that I got my kind of sparge volume wrong. Basically didn't put enough volume in. So I had to then, it did the 34-minute ramp perfectly, up to 100, and then I had to kind of pause it, and then add an extra litre or whatever it was of sparge water to bring it up to 26. So the pre-boil in the recipe 1045, that is sitting at 1046, so that is not bad. So as far as the hops go, I'm just going to, there's another addition. The Hersbrucker was like 2015 pellets that I found way in the back of the, you know, way in the back. So I just sort of use them up. We've got about 44 grams. So I'm going to have another hop addition in and around 30 minutes. I'll edit the recipe and then see, because I'm looking at about 27, 26 HBW. So I might have to bring the 30-minute addition down to 20 or whatever. But we'll figure that out now. We'll do it on the fly, so to speak. So yeah, I'll be back in half an hour, so I suppose. Okay, then we're getting ready for the flame out addition. Didn't show you the one in between because, yeah, you can see that the table and all is going now. It's outside, and then the wife suddenly says, "You gonna wash my car as well?" So it's Mother's Day, as I said. So and I didn't get her a card, so I'm gonna have to. So yeah, this is it. I mean, to memory, this is actually 105 grams of Saaz, and then it's like 11 grams, I think it was, of the Hallertauer. When I smell it, it doesn't smell like hops. I'm not sure what it smells like. God only knows what this is going to taste like, but who knows. 30-minute hop stand. This is why I got this. This is why I'm using the spider, because of all this crap. Could have just pulled it inside because they're in the boil splash. Wow. It's filled quite a lot. I can't really get the top stuff. Give me a big spoon. Wow. There's a lot of hops in there. It's full, that is full. My God. We've only got like 17.5 litres. We've ended up with, I think, a combination of those leaf hops, because they just soak everything in. Plus the fact that I left the 2 elements on the Robo Brew during the boil, so it's probably boiled up more. Possibly. But yeah, I think mainly those leaf hops, because that spider weighs a ton. It's still draining away out of there. But we're calling it quits now. In terms of the colour, there's it there. You can see the kind of effect that Munich has had. Turned it into a lovely kind of, a lovely little red tinge to it, orange tinge. And 1054, which is spot on the recipe, which is good. And then we're going to be using S23. There is the final beer. I mean, that looks pretty good. That is some excellent clarity on that. Hello, as you can see for yourself. Looks good. Beautiful big head on it as well. This is carb to 18, 19 psi, something like that. So And we're in the glass as well too, and I've just poured it as well too. So let's be honest, you can get any kind of head when you're pouring off a tap. Let's be honest. So yeah, it's looking good. Now this is lagered for 48 days, conditioning for 48 days according to Brewfather. That's why I like Brewfather, because it gives you all this kind of, all that kind of simple information. God, that is good, isn't it? Shows you what lagering can do. Excellent. So yeah, 48 days. I wasn't going to leave it the full 90, so I might do like a little video when we actually get to 90 days, just to see how it's turned out. I have kind of been drinking away at it for the last, not all the time, because this is my beer for the summer now. This is literally the start of the summer, 2nd of June it is, and yeah, at some point you'll be able to hear the wind outside. There's like a storm going on, so yeah. Summer's here! Summer's here! 60 mile an hour winds. The rain's come down sideways. Okay. So, let's say 48 days conditioning time. It's come in at 5.9%. That's completely my fault. What can I tell you? I just put too much grain in, basically. I don't know why I always complain about it. I always want to make 4% beers, but yeah, I always end up putting too much in. So yeah, fermented down to 10, 11. This, I used S23 yeast, and the S23 yeast, yet again, didn't start for another 48 hours. And I think the last time I did a lager with S23, it didn't start for 48 hours. And it's just a panic, honestly. Like, it's like your worst nightmare when you're a homebrewer is probably that it's not going to kick off. But yeah, it finally did after that, and yeah, we did the kind of the normal, you know what, I can't remember what I did because it's like ages ago, but yeah, I think I left it in the fridge for a good 3-4 weeks or something like that. So, but yeah, looks good, looks good, looks like a lager. It absolutely looks like a lager. So on the nose, it has this kind of, it smells like noble hops. I know that sounds insane because it's like, I don't really know what noble hops smell like, other than it's this kind of, there's a little bit of like spiciness in it. There's a little bit of kind of fruitiness of some description, and there's a little bit of like corn or something. I don't know, maybe that's coming off the malt, but it smells like a lager basically. Maybe a bit more than a lager should, maybe because I put all the hops in at the kind of the end, all my hops, all the homemade hops in at the end, and perhaps that is what's giving it that kind of extra bit of oomph. But yeah, smells okay. It does smell like a lager. So, question is this going to taste like a lager? Let's find out. That looks pretty good. The power of lagering. The power of lagering. Amazing. Yes, it tastes like a lager. Shock horror. It tastes like a lager, but there is a little bit of problem. One is the fact that it's 5.9%. How many lagers do you see that are 5.9% that aren't in the hand of a Trump? Not many. Not many. Sorry, I've already had a drink tonight. I'm just the mind's wandering to different places. The taste is kind of, it's quite malty. There is that kind of noble hop. I'm sorry for being so generic. I've descended into speaking in generic terms, but it's that kind of taste. It tastes like any other kind of lager you've ever had in your life, basically. This is what it tastes like. It's maybe not as crisp and clean as it should be, because I don't do anything to my water. I don't use RO water yet. That is, at some point, that's going to be in the pipeline. But I'm just using basically, this is basically water out of my tap, which is moderately hard. So it's not crazy. It's not London water basically, but it is kind of. It's not ideal for things like this. Basically, what you want is a nice soft Scottish water for this. So I don't put anything in it. I don't do any kind of salt additions or anything like that. It's just as it is, and then I just let it lager. It's kept in the Keyser. Keyser sits at 5 degrees. Well, 5 degrees probably at the top. God knows what it is at the bottom, but maybe a little bit lower. So, and possibly that's the reason why it's got so clear. But yeah, it's nice. It is nice. I say the body's maybe a bit more full than really it should be with a lager. I think it's okay. I absolutely think it's okay. I'm going to give this to normal people very soon to see what they think of it, and then we know, because obviously I am, you know, I'm my worst, maybe not worst, I'm my biggest critic. We all are with our own beers, but yeah, it's not until you give them to like normal people that you kind of realise that perhaps it's not as bad as you imagine. But then again, they're just being nice, because you know, I've given people some horrific beer and they've told me, yeah, it's alright, yeah, it's nice, yeah. They just lied right to my face because I knew no it was shit. So maybe I could probably send a couple of these over to Alan, over to Cidermeister, and see what he makes of it. I think it's okay. It's not going to win any awards, like, I'll not lie to you, like, it's not. See, until I get my water sorted out, I think then we'll start winning the awards. Then we'll start winning the awards, then, yeah, okay. I'm just rambling now, so, anyway, what can I tell you? I'm very pleased with the fact that I've grown my own hops and I've made my own beer from my own hops, so that's fantastic. So it's all a boy could ever ask for, so cheers. Yeah, he was cleaning the car. Team Banana is cleaning the car. Hold on, where's the other one? He's slacking it off.